Flaws in administration, says independent MLA Sapam Nishikant. 6 answers from Chief Minister N. Biren Singh. Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity holds mega peace rally in Imphal. Demands for NRC gets louder. No compromise with Manipur's territorial integrity, say participants.
News at 5 is brought to you by
पतंजलि केश कांति, अपने बालों से कहो जुग जुग जियो.
Well, viewers, we start this bulletin with a big breaking news from Manipur. Is a drastic political development on the cards in the strife-torn state of Manipur? Well, in a massive development that has triggered intense speculations, NDA MLAs from Manipur, including those from the BJP, NPP, NPF and even JDU, have started arriving in New Delhi in batches. The development comes in the midst of intense speculations on whether the N. Biren Singh government will tender its resignation. The development comes a day after Chief Minister N. Biren Singh chaired a meeting of the NDA MLAs at the Cabinet Hall in capital Imphal. As per sources, pressure is building on ministers and MLAs from their constituencies, besides of course the frontal organizations in Manipur. Basically, the constituency people, belonging to various constituencies in the state, they are mounting pressure on their respective MLAs and ministers about they want that normality should be restored as soon as possible. The frontal organizations too are demanding the same. Now the big story at this moment is that even as we speak, about 20 NDA MLAs belonging to BJP, NPP, NPF and the JDU have started arriving in the national capital. Now what we are getting to know, Northeast Life is getting to know from sources in Imphal and in New Delhi that these MLAs, they are likely to meet, they are hoping to meet top NDA leaders in New Delhi and bring the point to them and try to reason with them that the central government should focus its attention on Manipur, support the Manipur government's move to keep Manipur united. They are saying that whether is the central government going to be with us in help us in keeping Manipur united, or will they keep silent to the large scale migration from across the border in Myanmar? That is the allegation leveled by some of these MLAs who have since arrived in the national capital. Now, there has been brisk political developments. Now, soon after the Modi 3.0 government took charge, the focus was on Manipur, with Union Home Minister Amit Shah meeting Manipur Governor Anusha Uike on June 16 to take an update on the situation. The very next day, on the 17th of June, Home Minister Shah held a high-level security meet on Manipur attended by top officials including Army and IB chiefs. Not just that, the Army chief was himself present, including the Army chief designate was present in that meeting, besides of course the Union Home Secretary, the IB chief, the chief secretaries, the DGP of Manipur and so on. The entire security establishment was there. On 22nd, Manipur Chief Minister Biren Singh came down to Guwahati on what he termed as a personal visit. And Biren Singh returned to Imphal the next day. Not much is known about the purpose of his visit, but we have reported earlier that the Chief Minister, who was accompanied by one of his cabinet colleagues during that visit, mysterious visit if I may use the word, to Guwahati, met with some organizations from Jiribam area. So that is what we understood. Now, outgoing Manipur BJP President A. Sharada Devi meanwhile met Union Home Minister Amit Shah. Sharada Devi met the Home Minister yesterday for an extensive discussion on the current situation in the state. Meanwhile, back in Imphal, CM N. Biren Singh chaired a meeting with the ruling MLAs only yesterday at the Cabinet Hall in capital Imphal. So there has been brisk developments in Manipur on this situation. I will go to my news editor Nabaran Goswami on the phone line shortly to give us details of this. But these are very big developments that has taken place. Now this has triggered intense speculation. Now what sources are telling Northeast Live viewers? Is that there has been pressure from the people in the constituencies under respective MLAs and ministers about the situation. They want the situation to be resolved soon. They want the situation to be resolved soon. That is what we are getting to know. And apart from that, the frontal organizations are also active. They are also putting pressure. They are also putting pressure on on the ministers and MLAs to actually resolve the situation. Now, there was an expectations that the Modi 3.0 government would immediately start the process of dialogue. Even if it is in a neutral location. Of course, it has to be in a neutral location, but so far that has not happened. But to be fair enough, we have to give the new government in New Delhi some time to settle down. Now, I'm joined by my news editor, Nabarun Goswami from the news desk. Nabarun, this is a very, very brisk political developments taking place, coming as it is after the Union Home Minister's series of meetings that he took place, first with the governor, second with the security officials, then of course meeting Sarada Devi, the state BJP president. So all this sequence of events clearly indicate that the government is preparing the move to come up with a drastic administrative action as far as Manipur is concerned.
Absolutely, Wasbir. You were right when you say that the big political development, the drastic political development is on the cards in Manipur, and there is a strong indication, apart from the reports that we are getting, that close to 20 MLAs of the NDA have already landed in Manipur, which is very crucial. At the same time, there are signs today, Wasbir, there is a massive mega peace rally that was held in Imphal. And if you note, Wasbir, in the last 1 year or 14 months, 13 to 14 months of violence, none of the legislators spoke out on any of the issues, if you recollect, especially on matters related to governance and when it comes to Chief Minister Biren Singh. But you'll be surprised, or maybe not so surprised to know, Wasbir, that today one of the independent MLAs, Sapam Nisikant, who had extended support to the BJP right after emerging victorious, today clearly said that there have been flaws in the administration. There have been flaws in the administration. Why has the peace talks between the communities taken so long? And why were arms looted? How could that happen? And raised several questions in a first. After 14 months, somebody has broken silence. Somebody has spoken out on that issue in a public gathering. And that indicates that a change may be in the offing, Wasbir. And he clearly said that Chief Minister will have to answer that.
Right, Nabarun, hold on, don't go away. I am joined by our correspondent in Imphal, Lucky Boy Singh. Lucky, these developments takes place, already today there is a mega rally by the COCOMI and its affiliated organizations demanding for NRC and so on. And a couple of days ago, there was a big rally in the hill areas by the Kuki organizations. So once again, both sides, the Kukis and the Meitei groups, they are flexing their muscles. They are trying to reinforce their respective points of view.
Yes, Wasbir, in Manipur, yes, peoples in the hill and peoples in the valley are showing their own demands on voice to the central government, and the people in the hill district, there is the Kuki community dominated hill district, they have been demanding a separate administration in union territory, and meanwhile the peoples in the valley district is also demanding peace, but without undivided undivided Manipur. Yes, without compromising the territorial integrity of the state, people of Manipur, including all the communities, including the Kabuis, the Nagas, the non-Manipuris, the Marwalis, the Biharis, the Manipuri Muslim, Pangals, as well as and all the communities remaining except the Kuki community is also demanding peace in the state as to be returned as soon as possible, but without compromising the territorial integrity.
Right, right, Lucky, hold on. Let us listen into what Nabarun was referring to, the earlier statement by Nisikant Sapam, independent MLA. Let's listen into what Nisikant Sapam, independent MLA from Manipur, had said. Not many people speak out in Manipur these days, and Nisikant Sapam is by far among the very, very few MLAs who spoke out about the situation. He said there are flaws in the administration, and saying even this much in this kind of a situation is considered significant. Let's listen into what independent MLA from Manipur, Nisikant Sapang, told reporters earlier in the day.
I spoke in the sense that, well, it sounded like I spoke for only Meitei community as such. I was trying to tell the story of Manipur. But eventually what happens is that I think there has been flaws in the administration. So if I am to sit as one of the representatives of the government, and if I'm asked that so many guns were taken away, this, that, so, you're not in a position to really answer, because I think this has taken too long, and there must have been peace talks, there must have been talks between the government at various levels. This hasn't happened. I think the right person to answer this is the Chief Minister and the Cabinet. I am an independent MLA. I just support Manipur in the core of my heart, and I am probably on my own, like any one of us, just to support Manipur out of love for Manipur.
All right, that was Nisikant Sapam speaking on the sidelines of that big Kokomi rally in Imphal earlier today. A few days ago, RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat also commented on the situation in Manipur. He drew the focus to Manipur after the Modi 3 government took charge actually. Mohan Bhagwat, the RSS chief, called for addressing the conflict in Manipur in a time-bound manner. In a message to the NDA 3 coalition, Mohan Bhagwat stated that violence is affecting the eastern state and the matter should be resolved on priority. Let's listen to what RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat said.
ज्ञान विज्ञान का जो आधुनिक सारा प्रवास और प्रयास है उसको भी ध्यान में रखकर हमारे परंपरा का ज्ञान जो काल सुसंगत है उसको साथ लेकर दृष्टि वो रखकर कि वसुधैव कुटुंबकम और सृष्टि अपनी माता है, हम सृष्टि के विजेता नहीं है, हम सृष्टि के अंग है, वो माता है, उसका दोहन करना है, उसका पोषण होना चाहिए, इस पर ध्यान देना है। उस ढंग से विकास की रीति, उस ढंग से अपने विकास के प्रतिमान हमको बनाने पड़ेंगे। उसके लिए देश में शांति चाहिए। जगह जगह और समाज में कलह ये नहीं चलता। अब 1 साल से मणिपुर शांति की राह देख रहा है, उसके पहले 10 साल शांत रहा, पुराना गन कल्चर समाप्त हो गया ऐसा लगा, और अचानक जो कलह वहां पर उपज गया या उपजाया गया, उसकी आग में अभी तक जल रहा है, त्राही त्राही कर रहा है। कौन उस पर ध्यान देगा? प्राथमिकता देके उसका विचार करना ये कर्तव्य है।
Okay, let me once again go back to our news editor Nabaran Goswami, who is closely monitoring the situation in Manipur over the last more than 1 year now. Nabaran, you know, the fallout of this violence, you know, that began on the 3rd of May 2023, it's more than 1 year now. 200 people have died, more than 60,000 people have been displaced, and there was a lull. After that, the lull was broken by that recent incident in Ziribam on the border with Assam, when a body in a very bad shape was discovered there. And my question to you is, you know, all this is impacting on different aspects of society and even politically. Do you think the fact that the BJP and its allies lost both the seats in Manipur and both the seats went to the Congress, do you think that is largely because of the government's inability to control the violence?
Absolutely, the people of the state, the people of Manipur required someone who would raise their voice in the parliament. Clearly, that was not happening with the NDA MLAs, one from the BJP, from the Imphal Valley, another from the NPF. From the hills, and that is the fact why the NDA lost both seats in Manipur, despite putting up strong candidates in both the seats, even in the Imphal Valley and of course the hills, NPF Western, and despite that the Congress which is routed in Manipur in the assembly elections was down and out with 5 seats or less, has made a terrific comeback in Manipur, 2 seats. This is because the people of the state, this reflects the people of the state want their voice heard in the parliament in New Delhi. And that's why they have given the opposition a chance, an opposition which got out in Manipur just a year and a half back, came back strong because of that reason. Also, Wasbir at the same time, even Chief Minister's and Biren Singh's handling of the situation has drawn silent criticism. Yes, there are no voices there in Manipur talking about it, but clearly, when Rahul Gandhi visited Manipur after the strife, after the unrest,
yes,
and the kind of turnout we saw, the kind of activities we saw on the streets, both in the hills and the valley,
yes,
that spoke for itself. The BJP should have realized back then that there's a wind of change, and unless it addresses the situation,
right,
unless it takes the bull by the horn,
that exactly is not happened. No one is taking the bull by the horns and allowed the situation to linger, resulting in this situation. Let me once again go to Lucky Boy Singh, our reporter in Imphal. Lucky, you know, nobody wants to speak on the situation in Manipur. What does it indicate? Whether it is the BJP, whether it is the ruling party, or whether it is the opposition, whether even it is the civil society or even an academic, they are largely not interested in talking on the issue. Do you think the situation is so tricky, the situation is so sensitive that people are scared to speak out their mind? Is that correct? Lucky, can you hear me, first of all?
Yes.
Yes, no, what I was asking you was that, whether it is the ruling party, whether it is the opposition, whether it is the academics, nobody wants to talk on the current situation in Manipur. Is the situation so scary that people are afraid of talking or speaking their mind?
Yes, Wasbir, since last 1 month, I think we have made a special story regarding a peace prevailing in Palel. After that incident, now some groups have been forcing all the CSOs, all the leaders, and even politicians not to speak regarding the present situation of Manipur is regarding peace. So everyone is afraid of speaking because they have been pressurized from various sides by unknown miscreants. So still the CSO leaders cannot openly speak regarding restoration of peace and normalcy in the state, as well
Right,
as
right, Lucky.
to have a
Right.
coordinating meeting or to have a joint meeting regarding prevailing peace with
Absolutely,
the opposite community.
Absolutely, this is very, very significant. That even people cannot even talk about peace. Even that is taken viewed in a different context by different people. So that it's a very, very tricky situation. And if this kind of a situation is going on for more than 1 year, one can imagine that it has already affected all aspects of the society, whether it is education, whether it is healthcare, whether it is business, whether it is the activities of the civil society, and no doubt it has impacted very, very heavily on in the political sphere, forcing the BJP and its allies to lose. Leading to the BJP and its allies to lose both their seats. Yes, Nabarun Goswami, you have some inputs with you. Over to Nabarun, yes.
Yes, we will also report that the Chief Minister Biren Singh was supposed to preside over a program in Imphal today for the distribution of benefits under various existing schemes and announcement of new. But it was cancelled at the 11th hour. No reason was cited, no official reason was cited, but sources said the program has been postponed till the first week of July. So, we believe that these developments and this could be related. CM Biren Singh was supposed to hold a massive program today, distribution of benefits, schemes, announce new schemes, and it was, as per reports, it was cancelled at the last moment. If we can also, we'll try to confirm this with our correspondent Lucky Boy Singh. But all seems to be related. And also one more thing, of course, K. Sharda Devi, the state BJP president, who participated in Union Home Minister Amit Shah yesterday, of course, her 3-year tenure is ending, Wasbir, and she conveyed the people's aspirations and urged immediate attention to bring permanent solution and tranquility to the state. So yes, the timing of the meeting and the developments, and now what we're getting to know, over close to 2 dozen MLAs of the NDA landing up in Delhi.
Yes, absolutely. This is the big story that Northeast Life is following. There has been brisk political developments in Manipur, brisk political developments. About 20 NDA MLAs, there were 20 NDA MLAs have since already arrived in the national capital, and there are intense speculations that the government of Chief Minister Biren Singh may eventually resign, and that may come sooner than later. We are trying to confirm these developments. We are trying to confirm what is going on in the Biren Singh camp in Imphal, and some of the MLAs and ministers have not yet gone, but most of the MLAs and ministers have already landed. At least more than 1/3 of them have already landed in the national capital. We'll be keeping a close watch on the situation in Imphal, and of course, till then we have to stay with the speculations whether the Biren Singh government is going to resign or whether it is going to stay. We'll go for a short break. Don't go away. The rest of the news being brought to you by Reshma.
Private Limited presents Northeast Diva 2024. This time, create your legacy. Be the next Northeast Diva. Apply online at www.northeastdiva.com or visit us at News Live Building, Mahapurush Sri Srimanta Shankar Dev Park, Christian Basti, Guwahati 5. For more information, contact 7099014482.